Today I want to talk about this piece of paper that I have on my desk at all times. And this is what it says. It's probably flipped. I might flip it in post, but it basically just says, find the problem, solve the problem, and don't get distracted as 3 steps. The reason I have this on my desk is because I kind of believe that the only one that's really that relevant is the third one, which is don't get distracted. I think that most people know what their problems are and also know how to solve them. The only thing that's getting in their way is being distracted. And I think you can be distracted in a variety of different ways. One is literally getting distracted from solving the problem, but the other is being convinced that there is a different, easier solution to the problem. And this piece of paper reminds me that you can really justify anything as a solution to your problems, but deep down, it's usually the thing that has the most resistance. The reason for that isn't because all problems are hard to solve, but I think it's because the problems that are easy to solve get solved really easily. So then the only problems that are really persistent in your life are the ones that are really hard to solve, or the ones that you are able to convince yourself have a suboptimal or easier solution to. I don't really think that a lot of problems in life, personally, have complicated solutions. I think a lot of things are pretty simple, but hard to solve. The difference between something being complicated and something being simple and hard is that the path is clear, but it's a difficult path to tread, rather than something being complicated being the path is extremely unclear and it's also a difficult path to tread. This little piece of paper reminds me that if I'm not being distracted, then I haven't focused enough on what the problem is, or what the solution is. But generally, I think this piece of paper can basically just say, don't get distracted. Since putting this piece of paper on my table, I found a lot of clarity in having conversations in the middle of meetings or just doing stuff at my desk and looking down at it when I know deep down that I am convincing myself that the problem that I'm facing can be solved by an easier solution than the one that I know would solve the problem. And this is something that could be personal. So if I have a habit of drinking water that I'm trying to build, just drinking the water is the easiest thing to do, not downloading a habit tracking app or creating a Notion database where I can understand all of my habit needs or researching the optimal way to drink water in order to hydrate myself. All of those things are actually distractions from just drinking more water. Small things like that. But I also think this can be extrapolated to larger things in your life. And I just really like it as a reminder not to get distracted from solving the problem in the way that you kind of know you can solve the problem in. If you have lower back issues, the easiest way, if you're just sitting around a lot, is to go to the gym and strengthen those muscles. You can find an optimal chair and you can do all the rest of it, but ultimately, a lot of these problems have really simple solutions. And the ones that are complicated, I think you know when they're really complicated. So that's the story behind this piece of paper. And I love it. It saved me a lot of time. And I hope to remind myself to not get distracted more often.